Hello, everybody. This is Mike, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free. And tonight, we have a very, very special episode for y'all. Today's episode of Projekt Severovo. Today's episode is titled Projekt Severovo. Today's episode is titled... So, let's just get straight to it. Oh, I was like, I'm hearing my voice in the background. It's because I had our Twitch stream open in 2 different windows and only one was muted.
That's super cursed.
Right? Where we last left off, we were in Leia Radko's house. And you had just gotten a package at the door. The package inside contained 1 item. Well, 2 items, but I mean, we're counting the first item like another package for the last item. It contained a head, and inside the head's mouth was a small slip of paper. It was the head of... One second here. It was the head of...
The old creepy bitch that...
Yes,
gave
Yulia
me
Miroslav.
That did me a scare.
It's the old
that did you a scare.
Gunner.
Indeed. She did Gunner a frighten. Let's see here. And inside her mouth...
Name.
That's that... Sure. Definitely not spelled like this. It's definitely spelled
Yulia Miroslav.
But yeah, inside her mouth was a slip of paper, and the slip of paper said "Game over?" ? The head drops from the bottom of the box, hits the ground, and immediately turns to sand. You hear, hold on one second. Where is she? What's her name? You hear, Adriana immediately scream and, like, run back and hold herself against the wall. Leia Radko drops her cup of tea on the ground and it breaks. How do you guys react?
Suka yet.
Perfect.
I mean, have you just ever seen someone where you can almost see like the internet buffer symbol over them?
Of just like what?
Yeah, what?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the that Jontron. What? What?
Yeah. Krikov?
I mean, probably just something along the lines of, oh, okay. This is, yes. Fuck.
You're all standing in this room, and I think the tension ratchets for about 5 seconds, where all of you go into prime animal brain moment of just like, fuck, not natural, and everybody make me a sanity check, please. Right?
I've seen happen before.
Yeah. Old lady's head turns to sand would have happened with time anyway.
Oh.
All right. Nice
In
job.
the end, are we not all just
okay.
Oh, and I forgot. Avanad jumps the fuck back too, and he had a cup of tea as well, but he does not drop the tea. He holds it. Hold on. Actually, let's check if he actually does or not. No, he doesn't. He drops the tea. Let's see here.
Motherfucker spilled the tea.
Yeah.
Here's
wanted
the
to drop
motherfucking tea.
Yeah, he wanted to drop some stuff on James Charles. Let's see here. No, that's good. My my numpad. Some of the keys don't work anymore. Oh, there we go.
Press the numbers button.
No, I had pressed numlock and it didn't work, and then I pressed numlock again and it didn't work, and then I pressed numlock a third time and then it did work. Go figure.
Hmm.
Yeah, Avenad, it, like, catches his breathing, you know, because like he like, you know, that sort of thing. Like he chokes on his own throat for a second, you know, whenever you have one of those moments.
Hmm.
Um, and there's about 5 seconds where all of your brains are just sent reeling, confused, and near animalistic in its moment of sheer bemusement. Um, and I think the first one to break the silence is Adriana. And Adriana says, "Well, this is this certainly supports some sort of theory. Uh,
Shut it with the theories for now, please. He's
No, I'm interested in which one it supports because I don't see one.
yeah,
Anatoly's probably still looking at the paper. It says game over. What is it written? By hand in that same stupid fucking Times New Roman font?
E Times New Roman font.
This stupid. Someone is playing with us or something. I show it to Olzeg and Kryakov.
Is there
So
something
you
I
think?
could roll to be like? I don't even know how the fuck to explain it. Like, if I recognize the typeface, that just be like spot hidden. I don't know.
Well, you recognize the typeface as the same Times New Roman typeface that was under the table or under the bench, and on
Ah,
the yeah, it's that.
whoever this
You think,
is, this is not the first time we have met their handwriting, or should I say, the machine writing.
you think this is same right? This has something to do with our friend.
Commander, I
Bah.
have confession to make. I lose temper at old lady before things happen.
For what reason? You are not the type to lose your temper at the lady folk ever.
Normally, yes. However, incident occurred.
You will have to be more specific with me than incident.
I'm trying to think of how to phrase it in a way you will still consider me sane.
And when you say that, just like a normal person, immediately he kind of gives you that look that's like, uh-huh, go on.
She was not acting normal. She called me a name.
I
This,
call you many names.
yes, but this name is not insult. This name, the gunner.
Well, you are a military gunner, in sense. And he motions to the
Yes,
rifle on your back.
yes. You
I
are
do not
in
feel
fact
like this
gunner?
was as a designation. I feel like it was as a name. The scariest part is a part of me told me that she was right.
That she was right. To call you this name?
Da.
Your name is Anatoly, yes?
Da.
Then it's hogwash, it's fine.
I wish I could shake it as simply as the freshly dried clothing. However, because of this, leaving, I think Anatoly is mixing this up. I think he called her that. He said, yeah. She said this because I wanted to poke the bear. She knew far more than she should. She referred to this M character. I decided to say, game on. The same phrase we had seen in the jail. That is when she called me by that name. And now here we are, showing him the paper that says "Game Over?" question mark.
Yes.
Hmm.
Someone that was not her was listening to the conversation.
This seems
I
to be
mean,
a running theme.
I was ready to say not her head is. Well, not there anymore.
Is troubling, Commander.
Well, this is
You think
obviously a
it's
threat, and considering that we know that someone has been watching us as we sleep, if from some distance, I am compelled to agree.
do you think is our uh, M friend?
I do not believe that she is our M friend, obviously. Why would they kill
Mm, mm,
themselves?
No, I mean they did this.
Remind me the names of the ladies in our room with us.
You've got Leia and you've got Adriana,
And Adriana is the scientist?
scientist.
Hold on, I just popped out the notes.
The scientist with tech that shouldn't exist for another few years.
Yes.
Yeah, she has like a fucking supercomputer, and those won't be a thing until the British are cracking the Enigma code.
Apparently this has to be on the screen, which is sad. If I want
What's
to edit
that?
it.
Oh, your character sheet?
No. The notes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you won't get away from some things, but I'm sure the
Mhm.
audience doesn't mind.
I'm just
Oh,
putting
yeah.
them down as girlfriends number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
Now, whether
Petra is not a girlfriend.
I could have sworn she. Oh, did I put it down from the wrong person?
Yeah, it's Leia Radko.
I could have. Oh,
Which
there it is.
I don't think you. Do you have Leia Radko? Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Don't worry, I see it, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
I mean, considering that she might actually be a friend of ours who is a girl, maybe she is the girlfriend.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go so far as to call them a friend. Yet.
Girl acquaintance.
Girl acquaintance.
Yeah.
Would look at the two of them. I have something to posit. You say this is a theory, yes?
Adriana still looking very shocked and even more confused at your conversation. Says, "Yes, your theory, right?"
Not quite. I am asking. Look.
Say
we
what?
woke up a few weeks ago. A few weeks. Has it really been that long? No, surely days.
You reach into your mind, and as far as time goes, it could have been yesterday. It could have been a year ago. You simply cannot grasp the time that you have been here. It seems to have just melted away.
Right, no, whatever it was. This morning, what is the girl's name? Sansika.
Mm-hmm.
Sansika, the daughter of the bar owner, came to us and acted as if this was her very first morning meeting us. Exactly as if this was the very first morning meeting us. Almost as if those memories had been wiped, and we were replaying something we had already been through.
And she kind of looks at you and kind of gives you a look of intrigue and a little bit of anxiousness.
What say you? How is this possible?
She says, well, many people around the town, act as if this was the way. Potentially there is something going on with the way that time is processed here?
Shouldn't time work the same for everyone in the same area?
Well, yes, but shouldn't physics work for the same way for everyone in the same area? Yet I believe I just saw, and she points towards towards the pile of sand on the ground. I believe I just saw several laws of physics being broken all at once.
No, he's alchemy, I'm sure.
Yeah,
What? He's...
she does not take that joke like in a humorous way. She just like looks at you with this look of just like, I'm not sure if this is the time for jokes kind of look.
Oh, come on. Trying to lighten mood. He's not... us going insane is going to have nothing of it. Here, give us a broom. We'll clean up.
Yeah, Leia at this point has already like gotten a broom. She hasn't touched the pile of sand at all, but she's cleaned up both of the teacups, and Avanad in the corner while you were talking kind of gave a bit of a like a I'm sorry sort of thing.
Avanad, come here. Go ahead.
Yeah, he walks up and says, "What is it, boss?"
Go ahead, Olzig.
Mr. GM.
Yes.
I'd like to kind of just poke my head outside, kind of look around, see if there's any suspicious stalkers that are still poking around where they shouldn't be. Because I kind of have a feeling that this guy hasn't left.
Yeah, I also will do this. Because the more
you look at basically you look outside and you see that the streets are completely empty.
And there's nothing out of the ordinary?
Yes. The streets are empty. Completely. This town usually has at least maybe a stray cat or a person walking around.
Is there wind? Is there anything at all?
There's no wind. It feels as if the air from outside has been sucked out of existence. Like, you can breathe, but it doesn't feel right.
I was going to say, Anatoly would put his arms on Avanad's shoulders. Avanad, look at me. Look at me.
He looks at you.
I am here. You are here. Yes?
He says, yes.
Then the rest of it doesn't matter, huh? We focus on each other. We get through this just fine.
He kind of looks at both of you or he kind of looks at everyone and yes, that is plan. I mean, at this point, I don't know what I can trust.
You can trust me, and I can trust you.
Nods and says, of course.
Probably turn to the other two. Pub quiz. Where are the gasworks located?
And like, Adriana is kind of confused, but Leia says, oh, the gasworks, they are over by the church, no?
That is what we thought until this morning when we were told that they were kept behind the grounds at the manor and had always been there, caretaken by an old man.
Adriana says, yes, that's right. They've always been there.
They have not, though, as far as us, knowing that we have to... Go ahead.
Leia actually, at hearing that, looks at Adriana kind of with the look of a little bit of confusion.
Now you see what our predicament is.
But continue.
Anything can be where it wants to be, it seems. Matter of fact, we buried a poor man named Boris just outside the gasworks on edge of town, near Ilyich Farms.
But there is no guestworks anymore, yes?
No, there is gasworks, but it is behind the governor's mansion.
Avenant is like, okay, what's your point?
No, I was trying to see these two ladies if they remembered it one way or the other. Apparently, they remembered it both ways.
Yeah, and Leia looks at Adriana and says, Adriana, we went to the gasworks some point ago, and it was behind the church. And Adriana's like, we went to the gasworks?
Why did
She
you
says-
go to the gasworks?
Well, the gasworks were off, and we needed to help a gentleman by the name of Boris turn it back on.
Suka bliet. Fuck. That is what we did as well. As a matter of fact, poor Boris died.
And Leia says, I know.
What do you mean you know?
Boris didn't make it out. The gasworks, it started to fill with gas and he suffocated.
No. The da Ozeg.
Anatoly,
See,
should we really be stressing them on this matter?
I think it is in our best interests to understand every discrepancy, because where the intersections lie, that is where we find our framework.
He stares long and hard at Anatoly and is like, it would make a terrible KGB operative, but
Guys, I don't think it's a good idea to tell them what happened at the gasworks.
They already know. Why not?
But our version of it.
yeah, where I fucking popped the guy in the back
Oh
because I
no,
thought
I'm
he was
not.
a
I was
murderer.
actually talking about the disappearing grate. I want to see if that is the same or different.
Okay, see, I thought you were about to go, no, see, Olsek fucking shot the guy.
No.
Yeah, dude, our KGB guy just capped his ass. It's fine.
No.
I mean, they would probably go, well, he is KGB, they're good at that.
So they'll probably look at them and, did you not find and investigate a terrible smell coming from a grate in the workshop room?
She says, there wasn't a smell in the workshop room. And at this point, Adriana just looks absolutely confused. But Leia's like, there wasn't a smell in a workshop room, but I remember that there was a dog carcass sitting in the back, in a utility closet. It had a couple cleaning supplies, and then there was a vent above. We opened it, and several more dog carcasses fell out.
Did you travel down the vent?
Up. I didn't want to go up, but Adriana did, and said that she found the man partially decomposed. And
Hey, man.
Adriana just says, like, I did no such thing. I don't. What are you talking about? Why are you lying to these men? And Leia, at this point, Leia looks at Adriana, and somebody make me a psychology roll.
Fuck. I broke
I
him.
can certainly try.
I fucking
I
broke
gotta
him.
train that. Yo, I'm gonna try that.
I am very good at psychology.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Dude, I'm glad
Your
you are.
success there. Anatoly, you see a big look of distrust just glaze over Leia's eyes for a second before she focuses on you. and you can tell she focuses on you so she doesn't have to look at Adriana. Like, there's like a feeling of just like confused hurt.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. Turns to gaze at everybody in this room. We are all that we have. Agreed? Looking at the two of them specifically.
Adriana nods and Leia says, yes, that's correct.
So it would not do well to distrust each other now, of all times when we need each other more than ever, yes?
Damn, rousing speech. Yeah. Yeah, they both kind of solemnly nod.
I don't want to see any fighting or anything between you two, yes?
Might I point something else out to add to your rousing speech, comrade?
Of course, comrade.
There is literally no one outside, and the wind has stopped.
Yeah, and you you kind of like, the room kind of takes a second to process that, and then the most subtle thing happens. It seems like the room gets colder, but not temperature-wise. It environmentally almost. It feels more sterile. Clearly, Leia and Adriana notice this because they kind of start to look uneasy. And Leia is about to say something, and right as her mouth opens, she freezes.
Does she start skipping? Has Todd Howard struck again?
She does not start skipping. It
Is she
seems
stuck
like
in an animation loop?
no. It seems like everything is frozen in place. You hear,
Wait, so...
Are
God.
we frozen in place?
no, you guys aren't. In fact, you guys hear a weirdly uncharacteristic noise for the room you're in. You hear in the distance the clicking of work shoes, like nice work shoes, hard leather bottomed shoes.
Clicking from where? There's nothing to click on outside. It's all covered in snow.
And there's nothing to click on inside, but it sounds as if you're in a hallway, and you hear in the distance this clicking.
Unshoulder the rifle, pointed at the direction of the clicking.
You point it.
Time to grab the pop and putty.
You point it, and you see that you're looking at a wall, and you notice what makes the room feel colder. It seems that everything has taken on almost a light grayish blue tint, almost imperceptible, but it's there. Things feel almost divorced from reality, as if there's some sort of something happening. You hear a voice. You're finding out the puzzle. But why should I give you any of the pieces? Around you, the entire building drops into the ground, and you're surrounded in a giant white field. Not a field of plants. It seems as if the floor is made of tiles, but not tiles, some sort of large, infinitely stretching, slightly glowing white ground that matches perfectly with the rest of the world, as if you're standing in a white void. And you see before you a figure dressed in all black. They're wearing a black suit, black pants, black shoes, and a black bowler hat. But you can't see their face. It's obscured by an apple.
Oh no, it wasn't Todd Howard.
Oh,
It was Apple.
Shit. No.
Hey,
What's that painting
good
called?
job all along.
What's that painting called?
Oh God, what is that painting called?
Yeah, that is a painting.
That is exactly a painting. I can't remember what it's called though.
Fuck. Uh.
I know what it was referenced in, but I don't remember what it is.
It is Son of Man.
I assume I have something on me, like, I don't know, something to where, like, maybe I just take like a bullet out of my revolver and just lightly toss it onto those tiles to see if they are actually a existent solid surface.
You take out the round and you drop it onto the floor, and right as you let go, it hovers right in front of your finger. In front of you, the man says, "No, it doesn't work like that."
You.
In the flesh.
Game on? This is game, yes?
He looks at you, and looks at everyone else, and says, "For me, sure. For you, maybe."
Not so much. Yes.
This, you ask why you should give us pieces. If game, why not give us pieces? What is point to game except to play?
Better yet, why should we keep playing if we are not going to be given the pieces? I mean, if this is such a game to you and we all decide not to play, then no more fun for you. No more fun for anyone.
Still pointing the rifle right at him.
You can't see his face, but you can tell the largest, most vile grin slides across his face. He says, "One of you has the answers. One of you knows why this is a game, but also one of you has been avoiding the consequences of this game for a long, long time. I'm simply here to remedy that."
Then how do you
And
plan on doing that?
hold on.
Sorry.
That's okay. Upon saying that, it feels as if a part of your core being dissipates. Not your whole being, not even the majority, but something feels hollow inside of you, all of you. Avanad starts to say, "What is going on? I do not know what is going on." And at that moment, he looks and says, "Be quiet, child." And Avanad freezes, stock stiff, and just stares off into the middle distance. Placid look on his face.
What?
Does he react at all when, like, move to jostle him?
You touch him, and he's cold. He still seems to be breathing.
Does he have a pulse?
Hold on, is that same breathing like when we're asleep?
Oh, that's a good
No.
point.
It seems to be the most shallow yet silent breath. As for a pulse, you feel his skin, and it feels like plastic.
It makes me almost want to, like, pull at it, but I don't want to hurt off and on.
He says,
So,
go ahead.
plastic ironically doesn't have the plasticity of human skin.
No.
What happens when I, like, pinch at his cheek, like I were trying to get a glob of it between my fingers, if you know what I mean?
You are met with resistance, and it doesn't seem like you can deform or misshape his body at all. You can't even move any of his body. He seems to be like a rock.
A mannequin.
He said, and you can feel the smile radiating across the room, drawing your attention back to the man. And he says, somewhat. I think you might start to get it. Now that we're playing with an even deck, it only is fair that I give you all one more chance. One that you're going to remember. And you are all teleported back into the back of the truck. The convoy has just begun to move.
Fuck.
You hear someone go, all right, keep it moving, keep it moving. Avanad is sitting on his bed, very casually, reading his manual that he has hand put together. And your commander is sitting there, kind of digging underneath his fingernails with his knife, cleaning out some dirt. You feel the wind is ice cold, and the snow is blowing hard into the truck.
Am I still in the front seat like I was at the
Yep.
start?
Wait, hold on. So Commander Race Car is alive again?
Commander Race Car. Commander
alive
Optimus
again.
Prime.
Yeah.
Yes, Sergeant Evgeny Zoya Holub. He is still there.
This is going to sound like fucking crazy people talk,
I
but I
don't
want to see if
understand.
there's a break in the matrix here.
Mm-hmm.
When we were first starting, I was doing me some whittling.
Yes.
I'd like to do. Would you allow a spot hidden check to see if all of the shavings are where they should be?
That would require a spot hidden and something to remember the competence of your memory.
Competence of my memory, psychoanalysis.
Let's do intelligence.
Okay, I can do
Hey, I have a massive
Psychoanalysis.
psychoanalysis. So both of them.
Yes. Spot hidden and intelligence.
Oh fuck!
You have luck points.
I do have luck points. I'm going to use 7 luck points to fix that.
All right.
Because that's big poo.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, the shavings look the same way they were.
Damn, I was hoping there was going to be something where it's like, actually, there are none.
Okay.
Or-
Well, anybody who's even looking at Anatoly will see there is a rifle snugged firmly under his chin. The barrel part.
Yeah.
Oh,
Avanad, kind of like looks up from his book and says, "What? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa! What are you doing?"
Oh, fucking do it again.
Yeah, he looks at Anatoly and he's like, "What are you doing? Put that down!" And you actually hear
Sergeant Race Car.
yeah, you hear Sergeant Holub say, Armyman Kruyakov, put that rifle down immediately. I will not have you spray this canvas with your insides.
He didn't just call me Kryakov, did he?
Or not Kruyakov. He said Bashenko. My bad.
Okay.
Oh well.
You switched names.
Armyman Bashenko, put that rifle down immediately.
Put the cookie down.
He's gonna need to roll me a persuasion check there.
Avanad's actually going to do that. And Avanad starts to say something. He says, Bashenko, Anatoly, you don't want to. And then it seems like he freezes for a second. And he just says, I think I'll go to sleep now. And then collapses into his bed. And you notice there is another rider in this truck now. He has an apple in front of his face, if you couldn't guess.
That motherfucker.
Shoot him.
Why do
He
you
says,
continue to torture us? Were we always meant to be here, or was it an accident?
you signed for this.
What
No,
good is
we
signing
signed-
if I don't remember signing for it?
We signed on to work for this, what are we called? Not
Odon.
Odon? Yeah. We signed on to work for this Odon unit. We did not sign up for none of your apple-shaped games.
You signed on for the Odon. Wow. What have you done? And he kind of seems to turn his head, but at who you can't quite tell.
Oh, you have no fucking clue how it's definitely like, we did this!
Yeah.
Shoot.
He says, "This is worse than I thought. You know what? You all have gone through this song and dance before. You know how it plays out. The knife with wind, or the wind with knives, the great beaks, the tearing, the shredding, the crash. You don't need to go through this once more."
Then why did you put us here?
In order to see if we would play along with his little charade?
I simply needed to understand the way that an errant actor shows itself. And you go back to the room where Leia and Adriana are frozen. And he says, "Well, I think that this is where you belong for right now."
I'd like to
You
try
hear-
and leave the house.
You start to move and you reach for the doorknob, and the doorknob disappears.
Is the door still there?
The door is still there.
Can I kick the door?
Make me a strength check.
Oh no, I don't got the good dat.
Okay, don't worry, I can do it for you. I can kick the door shit in.
Nice.
So what are we to you?
Oh, you got it. Never mind.
He cocks his head and says, "What are you to me?"
Toys? Experiments? Subjects? Flies?
Whatever we are, as long as we do not play along, he does not get what he wants, whether it be some sort of science research or sick satisfaction. So let me out.
And you slam on the door and almost bounce back. It's almost as if the door is made of ungiving steel. He says, "That's a question that I think I need to ponder for a moment." And he says, "You know, I think there may be something that I can learn from you." And
Are you sure about that? Do you really want to see what you can learn from me?
he says, "Yes, I think I do. But for now, allow
Oh,
me..." What's that? Oh, yeah.
extreme
I wasn't shooting
rifle
at him.
shotgun.
Who are you
Oh, you
shooting
weren't?
at? Yourself? You fire the rifle into the bottom of your jaw, and for the rest of you, you see Anatoly's head explode into several chunks that hold in the air for roughly 3 seconds. The person with the apple in front of their face tilts their head again. Huh. That's new. And then Anatoly's head reconglomerates itself, and he laughs as Anatoly, you awaken and fall to the ground in some of the most extreme pain you have ever felt. And he says, "You know, I admire the bravery. I think I'll give you a scar for that." And he walks over. You feel your arms and legs clamp to the ground. And he draws his finger across the top of your forehead. And a great white aged scar forms under his finger. Stands back, admiring his handiwork, and says, "Well, I believe that this is my cue. Make me a spot hidden Olzeg."
Fuck. Uh,
Are the others allowed to?
No.
Well, here's the thing. If we do a push roll, are we allowed to use luck on those?
Not on push rolls.
Ugh.
You
I
still
still
have
have
74. It should
Yeah, I
be
still
fine.
have 43. You know what? I'm going to spend. I would have to hold on. I need to do some math real quick because I think just having a success isn't going to be enough.
Hmm.
And I know I can reduce it past being just a success, can't I?
Yes, you can.
So I'm going to do some math. Quick math.
Quick
It needs
math.
to be 37 and an 81 minus 43. Ah, that sucks. I'm literally one off.
I will allow you, if you describe in detail how you look closer at the situation, to give yourself 1 temporary luck point.
So here's my thought. Olzeg has been a soldier for probably close to 30 plus years now.
Sure.
And he's been a soldier in 2 of probably the worst human conflicts ever, especially the Great War, because that was the war when weapons like this became common. You know, this is where war went from a thing that people do to more just a grinding machine. And he's seen people kill themselves in front of him. He's seen people get shot from afar. He's
Right.
seen people get shot up close.
Mm-hmm.
but he's never seen this before, and it's frozen, which gives him that precious time for the gears to turn and for him
Yeah.
to spot the discrepancies.
And you do. You, being a member of the Great War, recognize shell shock. And you recognize the extreme and immediate effects that direct trauma have. You look around the room, and if it wasn't for your acute ability to see when someone is pushed too far, you wouldn't notice the look in Leia Radko's eyes, frozen as she is, and you wouldn't notice the single tear going down the far side of her cheek, just barely cresting your eyesight across her lips. At this point, the figure turns and says, I think that while I have many things to think about, you all have one. And that question is, which one of you put you here? And he turns around, walks away through a wall. You hear the hard rubber plastic soles click on the floor that isn't there. And like that, time seems to resume. Leia collapses onto her knees, crying.
Is Anatoly still fucking dead?
No, Anatoly's alive. He has a huge scar across his forehead now.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if that happened, because I might have spaced for a minute, but I wasn't sure if that happened, or if he was still just, a bunch of meat salad. Or his head was.
He was basically told he wasn't allowed to die.
Yeah, I remember that. I just wasn't sure from our perspective if his head ever Legoed itself back together.
Legoed itself. That's a way to put it.
Yeah, Adriana runs over to Leia. God damn it. And starts holding her and stroking her hair and just going, shh, shh, what is wrong? What is wrong? Shh.
I'd like to go and psychoanalyze. Because I think I'm piecing some things together. I might be wrong, but...
Psychoanalysis.
Yeah, I'd like to psychoanalysis.
Yes. You'd like to psychoanalysis. I respect it.
Hold on. Psychology is to assess a situation. Psychoanalysis is to diffuse a situation. Yeah.
Yes. Psychology is your sense motive. Psychoanalysis is your diplomacy.
Or at least when someone's having a mental break.
Yes.
Oh, these roles are giving me an angina.
Right?
But he walks up and kneels down with her and is she holding her by both shoulders?
Yeah, she's hugging her.
Yeah, he just just keeps his distance, a respectable way, and he's like, Leia, did you see what we saw? And if
Adriana?
you did,
oh, go ahead.
Please, if you did, know that it will all be all right, because we won't let what happened happen again.
Adriana looks up at you with a look of fiercity and says, Get out! Get out! What have you done? Get out!
What we have done is nothing, and if we are going to get this situation under control, then I'm going to need you to not snap at me.
She screams. She just starts being incoherent, just You've broken her! You've broken her! And Adriana's just I don't want to die! I don't want to die! And just is everything is dissolving into madness.
Oh no, guys, I made everything worse.
Anatoly, you are rousted from this near pain coma with screaming and anxiety.
Anatoly is going to do something that has... He's only ever done it a few times. But when pain is bad enough, the easiest way to make it go away is to focus on it. He's going to tune out the screaming, tune out the noise, and focus on the feeling that he's just had his fucking head blown off.
Yeah, yeah.
But for the readers, there's a tiny... you can see through the pain, there is a tiny grimace of... we're not going to call it satisfaction, but it's going to be kind of a knowing grimace. Like, well, he bet on Snake Eyes and won.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
He's still going to lay on the ground.
Yeah. Kryakov, what is your reaction to this?
Unsure, just kind of like I don't know. It's I don't know. Like confusion. Like a just like a mortified, confused.
This seems like a good time for, actually. Some sanity rolls.
Mean.
And
It makes sense
unfortunately,
that
we
Anatoly
can't use
wouldn't.
luck on sanity.
Nope.
I mean, how much sanity do you think a normal person would lose if they fucking blew their own head off and were just like, I'm fine. My
Yeah.
head hurts.
All right.
Got a bit of a headache.
Anatoly.
Mm.
If you... oh, and I need to make one more. Wow. All right.
All right.
Yeah. So, Anatoly, please roll me 1d8. You take 8 points of sanity damage.
Well, that's enough to lose control.
Is it? I thought it was 10.
Thought it was 5.
Is it 5? Hold on. 1 second. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. Okay. Well, then let me roll on this table here. Actually, I'm not going to, because the table is optional. Anatoly, you have a new mania. You are now a masochist. And your current mania at the moment is you take your hand and you grab it into the bottom of your wrist and just start raking it. Not fast, not frantically, slowly, methodically, as if this is what's getting you through this moment. This is your anchor. This is the desert of the real your mind craves. Olzeg, you are currently dealing with probably the most completely melted down situation at the moment. Are you moving into it, or are you pulling away from this situation?
Neither.
Neither?
I am sitting right where I was.
Yeah.
I'm not moving. I'm not getting out of this chair.
Yeah. At this point, She has stopped screaming. Adriana. Leia has not. Well, I guess it's died down to more of a like methodical, like just kind of under her breath. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And Adriana is like calming her, like rubbing her back, and like every once in a while will shoot you a glance where she wordlessly gives you the most hateful, just leave stare. She is silent. All she is doing is holding her lover.
None of this matters. None of this is real. He's just gonna get up, motion for the other people, the ones he knows at
How
least
loud
are
did
real.
you say that?
Loud enough. Loud enough.
What would I have to? So, Anatoly would have heard that?
Yeah.
Probably. It don't matter. None of this matters.
No.
Yeah.
No, Anatoly's not that insane. The first thing that popped into my mind is, oh, none of this is real. Then let me just bang, bang.
Yeah.
Not at
Oh
you.
no, Anatoly's a school shooter.
Yeah. Anatoly.
No, he's not going to do that, though.
Yeah. At this point, Anatoly, you kind of snap out of what you're doing and realize that you have clawed to the bone at your wrist, and realize if you don't stop and get medical help, you are going to die.
Yes. Okay. We're going
Okay.
to burn enough to make that a hard success.
Okay, good. Yeah, you needed that. You look at this, and how do you deal with this?
Reach into the pack. Ah, fuck, I did it again.
Yeah.
Rooting around in the pack. Alright, fuck, stitches. That,
At
alright,
this-
yeah.
At rustling around, Kryakov and Olzeg, you notice Anatoly has just done a very bad thing to himself, and it looks like just by his fingers.
Yeah, that's also making me think this isn't real, because I don't think you can do that.
First of all, I mean,
Mike, I
You
see the look
can't.
on your face. I was
you
going to say.
100% can.
A great many things can be done when things are overriding your pain receptors.
Yes.
So he's just going to
So-
sit there and he's going to start bandaging. He may have, in fact, hit a vein. He's going to try and start plugging and sewing. And see, here's the one good thing about being a masochist.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really a need for anesthetic.
Yeah. And this is hard because this isn't like that sharp, exciting pain. This is that dull throb and ache at this point. The only sharp pain is when you put a stitch through your arm, right? Or you start to like, maybe if you cauterize something, you feel like that sharp pain. But all of this is that dull, feel your heartbeat in it, bottom of your stomach sick feeling. Yeah.
He's equal parts sick and also kind of enjoying it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was about to say, even though it is that way, you're a masochist now.
Yeah.
So, like, that's some good shit anyway. Yeah, at this point, Avanad looks around the room, sees the madness going on, and looks at Kryakov and says, "Do you think that we should get out of here?"
You're funny.
I don't know. I kinda don't want to get shot if I leave, so I'm gonna do what Commander says. And we're gonna think that's good.
What does Commander
Yeah.
say?
Good question.
Good question.
Yeah.
This is his favorite store on the Citadel.
Yeah, right. Avanad looks at you and says, "If I may speak slightly out of turn, Lieutenant,
Motion for him to do just that.
I believe that we might want to go home."
That is a good idea. Let's leave.
At this point, has Anatoly more or less fixed and bandaged his wrist?
Yeah, we'll say that about 5 minutes of this madness has been going on while you're fixing yourself, and like situations have not gotten better. Thankfully, they have not gotten worse.
He's going to do something.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take his Mosin, which still has full ammo count, supposedly, and is going
minus
to...
1 round.
Really?
You see the round, the spent casing, on the ground.
Who unbolted it?
Actually, no, you didn't unbolt it. So yeah, no.
I was dead. It's kind
Yeah,
of hard
you
to
were
undo
dead.
that.
Yeah. Your Mosin is 1 round lighter.
He's going to unbolt it, remove the spent cartridge, and
Yep.
hold it in his hand.
It's a spent cartridge, like any other of
Is-
the many that you have fired.
Is it still warm?
Well, at this point, it's more of a dull warmth because it's been about 5 minutes, but yeah.
He'll pocket it in his chest pocket,
Okay.
rack another in, bolt it,
Mm-hmm.
use it to help him get up, because one arm is still a little wounded.
Mm-hmm.
Grab the rest of his stuff, swing the rifle over his shoulder, and walk out of the room.
All right. Does Avanad follows you at a cautious distance?
Yeah. Let's leave this place and hope that the server resets.
Yep. I'm on that train.
Yeah.
If everyone wasn't suddenly having the sneepies, I was going to say, let's just fucking storm the compound. Or like the storm town hall. Beat up an
Yeah.
old man.
Yeah.
Let's just kick the elderly's ass, you know?
I thought you said Yoda's ass for a second. I'm like, don't you mean Grogu?
I
yeah.
mean, he is the elderly, so like...
But yeah, so you guys head out and you walk across the street and you see that there are people on the streets going about doing their day. See that there's a couple animals, maybe a couple cats fighting over a piece of meat. But it all feels hollow. It feels like you can never go back. And you see this, and you walk home, and all of you kind of have this same thought that layers over your mind at one point or another. And the question is, how did we get here? And you remember one other thing. You remember the man saying, "Who put you here? Which one of you put you here?" You make your way through the cold, through the town square, with a perfectly fine and erected noose. There's a body hanging from it. You recognize it as Zabo's. You pass. It doesn't even seem noteworthy at this point. And you make your way to the corner place. Inside, everything is as you left it. What's the next move?
He asked who brought us here. Right?
While you guys are talking that over, Anatoly's going to take a nap in the corner.
Well, I'm
Not a
just
bad
thinking out of character. That was what he said.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's going to be one of us.
I'm trying to remember. So when we got attacked by the Transformers in the convoy, there was the thing that came out of the woods, and then we all got knocked out, or right? Something happened, and then we woke up and we were in the common house.
Yeah, you slammed into a tree. Miraculously, none of you had injuries, even though you must have been going 40 or 50 in a half.
Were we all knocked out, or was Sergeant Race Car the one that brought us to the common house?
You were all knocked out. You were brought in by somebody who you got their name, but you haven't met them.
What was the name?
2 people. You were brought in by
Wasn't it Stepan?
no, Stepan did
No.
not bring you in. No.
So I think we're looking at this too specifically. It's not who brought us to Severovo. It's who agreed to replace our memories with memories of being in an Odon.
and just
I don't
to
think that, like, I see where you're coming from, and I do think that that might be the case, but I'm just thinking what he wants is for us to start biting at each other. But if we find the person who quite literally brought us to Severovo, maybe there's someone who's basically playing spy master for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the 2 people who literally brought you into the town from your wreck. You know Dimitrije. You never questioned him about the situation, but he's the guy with the ski mask and the rifle, who brings you packages, who was protecting Tomika when her husband died in the wall incident.
The wall incident.
You know, now that I'm a couple weeks removed from that, all I can think is, all we are is just another brick in the wall. Oh, poor bastard.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I think this goes beyond that. I feel like he's talking in a very... Look at this. They literally... The grandmother literally used my name, not the character's name. We don't get a whole lot more fourth Wally than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but sometimes the thing with fourth wall is, especially with mysteries, I mean, if that was the case, Gunner, then we're all technically in trouble, or Mike's technically in trouble, because Mike's the GM and it's all his fault.
We're all in trouble. It is Mike's fault.
But we
Mike's
haven't
fault.
read anybody whose name is Mike, and we don't really have anyone whose name is Mike, and it's not like we're going to go around and try to say every single character in the game is Mike.
All we gotta do at this point is bully him with ravens. Hi, Mike.
Hi,
Stop
Mike.
it. Stop it.
He'll just end the game here.
Rocks fall, everybody turns into an eldritch abomination.
But you see what I mean when I say that we really can't really say that it's the GM because he's literally everybody and we don't even know that.
I feel like
I am the Russian government.
Stalin did it. Yeah, that's right. Let's just go kill Stalin.
either way, I feel like this... we signed up for this. Taken in... At least in my face value. Alright, we signed up to be soldiers that get stuck in Severovo. Which means that we weren't before. Which you can either take to mean we were other people doing other things before we agreed to be a part of the Odon, which he told us was not right, or that we agreed to be, well, in this simulation, which is shown to very much be the case.
I don't know, dude. I just kind of want... This is kind of the problem with fourth wall narratives, is now I don't know if I'm supposed to be thinking in the fourth wall or outside the fourth wall. I say we just fucking murder everybody. I mean, if we just stop playing along,
Well,
then all of a sudden everyone dies.
Well, all right. Why don't you ask in character Anatoly how that went?
I never said kill ourselves. I said kill everyone else. This is we're gonna save before we do it, and then we're going to murder everyone in town.
Why do you think
just like you do in Skyrim?
Why do you think they keep telling us that we've been here far longer than we think? It's because we don't fucking remember it because they keep using the goddamn autosave feature.
Well, then in that case, the person who would most likely be the one to talk to is the old man because he's been here the longest. By virtue of being old.
Yeah, but he's got the vultures near him. Oh.
Yeah, the magic lady who claims to be fucking Russia itself.
Didn't one of them want to go riding?
Yeah, and I said, yes, Anatoly will do it for you, and he totally won't shoot you in the back.
Okay, so what if we make a situation where the old man is alone to talk to?
Fuck, wait. How many... There were three vultures, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's 4 of us.
Yep, so now we just get to draw straws. I vote just because Avanad is run by not one of us.
Yeah, I vote the DM does not have to interrogate. No, fuck that. Yeah, that's what's going to be. The DM has to interrogate the DM.
But then we don't get to hear that monologue because we're not
No, I will find a way to put a bug on him or be within earshot so that we have to hear Mike yell at Mike.
Yeah,
if he's gonna fuck with us out of character, I'm gonna fuck with him out of character.
Hell yeah.
This is how you fight the system.
I feel like, alright, so for those... I'm just going to say this out loud because there's nothing Mike can do to stop me. For those in the audience that don't know, before all of this started, we had to take an evaluation. During that evaluation, we were asked several questions about things like life and what we consider, well, in a roundabout way, sentience. Which leads me to believe that the characters are not the test subjects. It is us who are the test subjects. And his fat fucking smile is proving my point.
Yo, if that's the fucking case, I have way too high an appearance score to be me.
You guys are so close, yet you're so far away.
I'm just saying, if this character she's supposed to be me IRL, then we need to take like all the physical stats and take away 50.
I like to think I have a little bit more than 45 sanity to begin with. Now 37 sanity.
That's closer to mine.
While you guys play around with more ideas, I'm gonna grab myself a soda.
Oh, okay. All right.
Be right back.
What is soda? Have we run into anyone whose name rhymes with soda? I want to see if he's sending us a message. No, dude, I think we should just fucking murder everybody.
But you know what I think it ultimately means, James?
What?
One of us agreed to put us in this situation.
Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's a stupid idea. What if we just don't play this game anymore?
Well, we are going to be taking the next 2 weeks off.
I mean afterwards. What if we hold the game hostage until we get answers?
Then we probably won't get answers because then all the fun will be ruined for the
But
DM.
what if that's the point?
I would like to point out one of us is keeping us in this situation. May I remind you that one of us here that is not Mike also helped with the creation of this game.
Hey, look, I don't like where these fingers are being pointed, alright?
Hey, we found who it is!
I don't know what you're talking about. I've done nothing wrong.
Wow.
All
See,
right, it's time to string up Krukov and start blowing up his putty, but without him.
Hey, look, I'm the one with the bombs here.
Yeah, but if we knock you out and then take your bombs and then explode them so you don't get the satisfaction of exploding them,
Hey,
hell
whoa,
yeah.
hold on. It's one thing to knock me out, but it's another thing to blow up my bombs. All right, leave them
Then
for
fucking
me.
get us out of this situation. You know
I have
how.
done nothing wrong.
you helped develop this game. Someone agreed to put us here. You helped with the development of this game.
You are literally Todd Howard.
Hey, I would like to imagine that I am not Todd Howard. All right, I have standards, and I'm not trying to sell one game on 37,000 different consoles.
So we just need to
All
vote
right,
him off
so
the
thank
island,
you.
which means we need to find what's his face from Total Drama Island to give us the marshmallows and vote him off the island.
That was
I
a
think
very
Mike's probably like, wow, my campaign's fucked. They've lost their goddamn minds out of character.
Hold on.
You're
Hold on.
goddamn damn right.
You think that I didn't anticipate any of this happening?
Oh, no, I absolutely you anticipating this happening. That's why you're talking about, define being alive. Well, you're basically trying to prove your point by saying this game is alive because we let it exist.
But it only exists because we let it exist.
Oh,
we
you're
can
looking
win
straight
by
at the
just
fucking
not
camera. I'm looking at
participating.
you.
I imagine that me and Mike are making eye contact and just looking at each other, but I know that he can't see me. It's wonderful.
I'm just saying, if that's the case, then we can kill the game and win. Except it's not really winning because you don't really win at these.
I was about to say, what is your definition of winning, James?
Not having us say something and then getting that evil smile.
I have a feeling we're going to be doing a lot more out of character arguing, in character, out of character shit.
But I'm just
Depends on how you play
saying,
it.
if the thing is that we're being errant actors and he wants to see errant actors, let's fucking be errant actors and go fucking balls crazy.
Why do you think I decided to pull the trigger, huh? I wanted to see what was going to happen, if they were going to call me on my bluff, or if he was going to have to figure out a way to maneuver in a new character.
If only we had a plot MacGuffin so it could be like that one RPG stream where like they found the fucking magic rock that was like the MacGuffin and the guy describes like, all right, I put it in my hand and I turn my glove inside out and I eat the rock.
Mm-hmm. Which is, Travis will always be a legend for doing that.
I'm just saying we have to find the metaphorical rock in this situation and eat it.
Okay, actually, I pose a different idea.
We sound like we're fucking crazy, I bet.
You remember how he was talking
This
about...
is the best session I have ever run
Why?
in my entire life.
Because I literally I attempted to call, your idea of living, the entire game is living because we're playing the game.
No,
If you
The
think about
reason
it, was
the reason why is because I really wanted to see what would happen so far, and you guys are not disappointing me. This is awesome.
telling
hey,
you.
Mike, it's okay. I'm having a great time too.
Gunner, now hear me out.
Okay.
We know where Mike lives.
No. No, come on.
You're just gonna come over and beat me to death? What is that? Is that a
Give
threat?
me- It's not a threat, it's a promise. Give me
No.
the details.
Here's the thing, though. As long as fucking Gary continues to live as well, then the game continues to live.
I
Because
know.
it's inside
hold
his
on.
memory as well as ours. And I'm not driving to Kentucky.
Oh wait, shit!
Yeah.
I just realized
Get
if that's
that
the
way.
case. All right, Twitch chat. Now you listen to me. I need to know where all of you live.
Oh, God, no. Here's the thing, though. If we put this up to YouTube, then
Oh no, it's a fucking infection.
Well, yeah,
Mike, you madman. You've
information
killed us all.
Information is an infection. Think about it.
Officially
told you.
created a cognito hazard, and I am so
Hey
proud.
guys,
told
I'm
you
an
I'd do
infection,
it.
alright? First
Why
of
didn't
all.
you believe me?
All right, so I actually have a different idea, James. Remember what he was talking about? What basically errant actors get put in the timeout chamber with the screaming ladies and the heads blown off, right?
The naughty children get put in the pear wiggler to pay for their crimes. Woo!
So what if we play along just a little bit longer until we get some more answers from him? Obviously, we said some things that he said he would have to think over. That being said,
So, but what are we supposed to be doing? Are we, like, what do you mean? Like, we go around, start saying, like, all right, every able-bodied man, sign paper. You go to war now.
I think that's exactly what they want us to do.
This is so fucking surreal.
I think that's exactly
I'm
what they want us
so
to do.
lost.
So, have I succeeded so far in creating a Russian existentialist novel within a game?
Yes,
I
you
don't
have.
know if I'd call it... This is almost too... See, if it was a Russian existentialist novel, 1, I'd be more drunk. 2, I wouldn't be excited to try and figure out where this is going. I would just be kind of like, meh. I sit here in my Adidas tracksuit and smoke cigarette.
Cigarette? I think we call those cigarillos.
Shut up, Gopnik. Go, I got them. But... Fuck, my head hurts.
Dude, it is... You know what's great? We've only been running for an hour 40.
We've done more in this hour 40, I think, than we ever have on this goddamn channel since someone literally annihilated a combat encounter with a fucking breath weapon and became forever known
remember
as Tiny War Criminal.
Yep.
Okay. Can we get back into character? Because I want to...
I think we've been in character this whole time.
You know what? You don't have to throw an extra layer on there. Because that's
You
just...
started it.
I know. I know.
Makes you feel bad that after this session there's going to be a 2-week hiatus, doesn't it?
Yes.
Fuck.
Okay, so we need to do what... We need to do as much as we can now, because we're not going to be able to do it 2 weeks from now.
All right, I say that we take all of his putty and we put it at least in one in every building, and then we say, fuck you, simulation over. Boom. Nah. I think he's expecting us to do some hoon shit like that.
I
yeah, go ahead.
literally have no expectations of anything you're going to do. We've breached into DM unknown territory, and I'm just along for the ride as you are.
Were you expecting us to discover this in this discovery arc, or were you expecting an arc or two down the road?
You know, I'm not sure, to be honest. I knew I wanted to have a very, very crazy game today.
Well, you've done that.
Yep. We haven't even hit the magnum opus of this campaign yet.
I think we've hinted at it, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say that's fair.
I think we know the theme. I think we know what scholarly themes you're trying to put in your work.
Hey, don't call me a scholar. That was my father.
Hey, you know what's great about having a philosophy? You know what's great about having a philosophy? Even if your philosophy is that Plato fucking sucks and philosophy is dumb, that's a philosophy.
Mm-hmm. True.
And that wrecks people more than I think it should.
Well, somehow we gotta fucking traverse the aspect that we are characters in a social world who are being played by people who are now fully immersed in the fact that they are characters in a social world.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mike just took a goddamn killdozer and murdered the fourth wall. The cops are coming for him. He's in the killdozer. He's put up the concrete walls around it. They can't stop him.
The absurdity of it all!
Okay. Can we? All right. So we're in like fourth wall level. Can we lower back down to being in character for a little bit? My mind
Yeah,
can only
sorry.
take so much. No. It's not your fault at all. I'm just my mind is starting to go.
Nah, the problem is, you all know my humor. I thrive on absurd bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
This is my wheelhouse now. Is fucking poking at this.
Mm-hmm.
Anatoly.
No, this game is less like an onion. This game's more like garlic. There's bulbs.
Yeah.
All right.
Anatoly probably looks up. Did that just fucking happen?
Which part? The part where you shot yourself, or the part where I got into a screaming match with two very illicit lovers?
Well, that was fucking funny.
Just fucking give you a look like funny.
Avenard scoffs at that and goes, I never thought that a domestic dispute would be considered funny, but...
Once you've, I will just say I'm surprised. I did not expect to be sitting here. But I guess if you want to call that a grand bluff, I must have won, yeah?
Wolzak just points at your scar and says, or lost.
Avenard looks and says, I don't remember you having a scar.
I don't
Might
either.
might I say something perhaps strange, friends?
Go ahead, you can't do any more damage.
You asking me to do more? See, when all of this madness began to occur, like it seemed like those other two stopped, as if time were but suggestion. But when Anatoly decided to turn himself into spaghetti sauce, the one, not the doctor, the other one, Leia. Even when time was stopped, she was crying. She saw it.
You think she's like us?
Avenard at this point is like, what the fuck? Did you drink too much?
Avenant, can you please leave us for a moment? Actually, Avenant, I forgot my Avenant, I forgot. Shit, I left rising bread in. Damn it. In kitchen, near window, in. Can you please go retrieve for me? I would, but I would probably have to answer for Scar.
You looks at your arm and says, and the bandages. And you can tell he knows the bread is bullshit. And you can also tell he's very suspicious that something's going on.
Does he think that it's bullshit?
But, sorry, what?
God damn.
Does he think it's bullshit?
Okay, I'll count that
but he may think it's bullshit, but
yeah,
does he think
it's more trouble than it's worth to look into the bullshit to Avenard right now. Avenard's a simple man. He's been told to leave the room by a close friend, and that close friend seems like he really wants Avenard to leave the room. Avenard is like, yeah, I'll go get the bread. You mind if I take a smoke break?
For now, consider yourself duty for the rest of the day.
He nods and says, I'll be back. And he like sets his watch. The 7 or what would 7 be on a 24? 1900 hours. And
you do that, my friend. Drink enough for me, yeah?
nods cautiously, and he leaves the room and walks out. And you watch him walk into the snow, and his pace becomes much more brisk once he gets a few feet away from the door, as if he knows there's something going on that he wants no part of.
After he leaves, Anatoly probably, well, he's going to grab that shell, that spent casing, and he's going to turn it into a necklace.
Okay. Easy peasy.
Apparently, the only ones of us that share these experiences in its entirety happens to be the three of us. Unfortunately, Avanad doesn't remember, and I think it would break him to try and convince him otherwise.
Of course it would. He's an NPC. Then what do you think he should not be made aware of?
Considering the last time we tried to make someone aware of the situation, they started screaming at us and telling us to leave? I don't know. Feels good though, yeah? It's a burning sensation.
I just give Anatoly this look that's very much, uh-huh.
Oh, you worry too much.
Well, perhaps I worry just enough.
What do you want me to do? Tie my own hands behind my back? I'm the best sharpshooter you have. And if these NPCs, as you so call them, start to, I don't know, go
I
crazy.
said that out of character. Now who's mixing in character and out of character?
Uh-huh. Look at it. We are
Fuck.
we are extensions of our own characters, yes?
So what is?
God
not
damn it.
And if they can use my first name in the game, I think I am
don't even know
more
what's
than
going on at
entitled.
this point.
What's that?
This is great. I don't even know what's going on at this point. This is awesome.
At this point, I think I'm allowed one slip up every session or so.
No,
Yeah,
it's
actually, that's
fine.
fair.
I thought you were doing this intention, and I was like, oh shit, now everything's gonna get really weird and confusing.
I think that's the intent. However, I think for the sake of things, we will metagame not as much as we could. Just to keep things fair. I'm looking at Mike, but I don't see a reaction.
Keeping things fair is, I want you to know that you have freedom within my game. You can do what you please, and I will respond accordingly. That is how I will put this.
He's basically saying,
Yeah, you can, but if you're gonna play that way,
Should
don't
you?
expect me to play that way. Don't expect me not to play that way. So
this is the best gift.
what?
my fucking head hurts.
Gary, what were you saying?
This is an interesting little game called Fuck Around and Find Out.
I've taken the Gary school of responding to things. No, not the using a hatchet. The other one.
All right.
Hey, I got a full
Brass
axe
knuckles.
now, all right?
Okay. So. Look.
Jesus, got fucking weird.
I decided to take a chance. Yes, staring at the new, shell necklace. I was wrong, but I was right.
The only thing I question is what are we supposed to be doing here? Does he mean for us to be going around like we are not trapped inside of this city looking for a way out? Should we continue doing that? Should we continue doing our orders as Moscow had written them? Is there even a Moscow?
It is. That is question, is it not?
I love the way that you said that. Is there even a Moscow?
I think that
That's a question we can all ask ourselves in the real world. Has anyone here ever been to Moscow? Is there really a Moscow?
You know,
Do
I think
Russians
Finland just
exist?
You know,
Russians
Finland
are,
just
but-
doesn't exist, actually.
I
Yeah,
don't believe in Russia.
Okay, you're
Russia
making.
Not that I
you guys-
disagree with it.
You guys are
thought
making
you-
fun of this, but Anatoly would point out, it is real if you believe it is real, just like anything else. Yes. I believe
Oh
I
my God.
remember a French existentialist, Descartes. I think, therefore I am.
So what you're telling me is that Russians are actually a collective hallucination.
I think everything is a collective hallucination if you look at it that way. The eye perceives, the mind interprets. If there
Well, you heard it here, folks first.
Hmm.
You ask if there is a Moscow. I think there is an interesting line of questioning in that sentence. However, I think the more pressing matter here would be, what are we supposed to do? Honestly, after seeing what is in store for those who break the rules, pointing to the top of, pointing to his scar, I think I want to poke the bear again.
How do you tend on doing that?
I don't know. Actually, I think I do know. I think it's time to send another letter to Babushka and Moscow. He pulls out a pen and paper and begins to write.
This
Alright.
does lead to an interesting idea. What if, Anatoly, you seem to be falling into your role of errant actor? Well, if Krikov, Avanad, and I continue to play at being good communist soldier boys here to commit recruitment drive, perhaps we will be able to sniff out Mr. Appleman.
When was that painting painted?
1968.
Oh, okay.
I looked it up to make sure that it hadn't already existed in history. I was pretty sure it hadn't, because, but
Well, and I love how
you love how.
I
I too like that word.
all right. Coming back up, coming back up a layer to
Ow.
us. The title is Son of Man, huh?
Mhm.
This project is
Oh my god, are we talking to quite literally the fucking embodiment of the campaign? Is that what level we're on now?
I neither confirm nor deny.
This is some postmodern shit.
This
I mean,
hurts.
The
Oh.
author is dead at this point. You can just
I don't
interpret
know. You
whatever,
sound
however.
Oh, the author's gonna be dead if he doesn't fix this shit. Take this to your dead poet society. Bam.
So I just had to get that out of the way because it was bugging me, and I, unlike
If I'm
Anatoly,
okay, I will give you one thing.
Uh-huh.
If I'm being honest, I didn't even remember the name of that painting when I first picked to use that
So-
subject.
Oh.
It's even more coincidental.
Yeah, it's very coincidental. You can interpret however you want. It just
Ah.
makes me look smarter when you draw more lines between things.
See, I'm glad that it's not that because I was going to legit say, Mike, that's pretentious, even for you.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. You say that, but real life is sometimes even more how do you want to put it? Heavy-handed than our stories are. I mean, if you look up a picture of, there's a picture of a raven, no, one of the Pope's doves being attacked by, I think, a crow or a raven.
Yeah.
And, the comment was, if this was in a story, I would accuse the author of being too heavy-handed.
Yeah.
But, so...
I mean, depending on your religious affiliations, is real life nothing but a story? Oh, fuck, I added another layer.
James...
Oh, God, we're in the 7 bean salad.
If you never mind. I'm not gonna.
Hold on. Who's running the fucking Paradise in Twitch?
You're welcome.
That was good.
I thought you'd like that one.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking funny.
Or does the oven win the award?
God damn it! Stop.
Oh fuck! You guys are bad. Twitch banned. We're gonna get.
Oh
Twitch
God.
banned.
Oh, well, who's gonna report us for making Sylvia Plath jokes? It's not like she's around to do it.
Oh man! All right.
Oh,
All right.
I'm going to hell.
I think that is a great idea. I will continue to be the rogue actor. You two, sit back and observe. Yeah?
Play at being good schoolboys for Strange Appleman.
He kind of leans forward and looking at his wrist. If what I did was worth a scar, I wonder what other things may be worth.
I was so tempted earlier to just check a bomb at him.
Oh,
By the way.
I was very tempted to shoot him, but then I thought, no, that's not going to do anything. It would be much more effective if I shot myself. We'd get a reaction out of him.
You don't know how bad as soon as we, came out of that, I just wanted to shoot the fucking Leia and
Oh, absolutely. That was my thought.
just be like, okay, kill the NPCs, here we go. Speed run.
Murder hobo speedrun.
But I was like, no, Mike's expecting us to go this route. We're playing 5th dimensional chess. And he's playing 6th dimensional checkers.
No, I'm playing 7th dimensional backgammon. Thank you very much.
Ew,
come
gross.
No,
Those dice are
he's-
horrendous to roll. 7th dimension dice, God.
How do I
Dude,
know if
let's-
I've landed on a temporal 3 or a spatial 5?
They put the dot at the top. Remember?
But what is top?
Shit, you got me there.
I prefer 9th dimension chess, but with a wild card piece that can just kind of switch dimensions.
I just prefer nth dimension shoots and ladders.
What are
I
we
like
even
red cards
talking
and
about?
blue cards.
Okay.
I like turtles.
I like trains.
I like trains.
God damn it.
Okay. All right. Before this just devolves into a shit post, Anatoly would probably look.
I mean,
There is one thing I wonder about. He wants us to figure out who put us here. Yes.
yes,
Something like that.
yes.
My original thought is that we all each put ourselves here. But the
Did
more
we
I think
not?
about it, the more I... Can we all trust each other? Yes. We are not hiding anything from one another. Anything that needs to come out.
I trust you. Yes.
Ah. You trust me. Should I trust you?
That is your choice. Yes.
And you,
Do we
Osig,
accomplish anything by doubting one another? If I had
KGB
anything that
man.
Listen, if I had anything that I needed to tell you that I think would get us out of the situation, I would not have waited until my commanding officer turned into a truck, much as I hated him.
If you knew what we needed to know to get us out of this situation, we wouldn't be in it in the first place, yes?
Indeed.
It is more likely that you know something that we do not know we need to know to get out of this situation.
But how would I know that you need to know that I need to know that I need to know that you need to know?
You screwed up there. You put one too many.
He just stops and gives you this look that's like, can we all just shut the fuck up?
The fact of the matter is, one of us is lying.
If this one who is lying, what if we do not even remember that we are lying?
If the liar forgets he is lying, is he no longer lying?
If you believe something long enough, it will become real, even
For
if it is
you.
not real.
Yeah, that is exactly how.
We are
Is
trapped here in the memoir of a delusional mind. But whether it is our own or some puppet master yet unseen remains to be discovered, I believe. Let us hold our hand for now and let our opponent play the next card.
You mean like he already has? Okay. With that, he probably leans back in his corner, nods his head to his chest, rifle clutched in his arms, and goes to sleep.
Yeah, sleep sounds good.
So does everyone go to bed?
What time is it?
It's party time.
Yeah,
What
it's
time?
before Avanad gets back.
Probably stay awake long enough for him to get back so he'd be like, hey, we're all going to go nappy by time.
All right. Yeah, you wait the I don't know 2 hours.
It's time
Tell
for Bitty by
Avanal.
Junction.
Yeah, before he comes back. He comes back with a cigarette in his mouth. Looks at Anatoly. And Anatoly, you didn't put bread there, but he's back with bread that is of your description.
Oh, fuck.
I win again.
And
I win
yeah,
again. Yes, I fucking win again. Damn it. Yes. I love it when I win.
I've won.
I don't
But at
know.
what cost?
I don't know what you're winning, but it's awesome that you think you're winning. Because if you think you're winning, you're winning.
Here's the thing. I half expected something like that to happen. And the fact that it actually did happen has proved a very important point to myself.
And what would that point be, pray tell, mon
the bread
frere?
is alive. The bread is cake. The bread is alive.
I have done nothing but clone bread.
See, and this is where the illusion starts to come into my control. I don't have to tell the DM what I think. And if he doesn't know that, that means I'm always right.
Unless it's a farm.
But yeah, he brings the bread and he's like, yes, got your bread, smoked a couple cigarettes, that sort of thing. And yeah, he also reaches into his jacket and he pulls out a bottle of unmarked liquid. And it's clear, and he sets it on the table. Says, by the way, I know that this isn't really my thing, but I figured after today's day, found someone from the Bratislava farm. They apparently have a still out there. Technically illegal. Please, don't. And he like looks at Olseg and he's like, don't. They're good people. I've talked to them for the better part of 2 hours. Alexander, the owner of the farm, he gave me a bottle of this for 20 ration cards. It's all yours.
Hmm.
I mean, after
Why are
after
you
the
sitting
events of
around
today,
all serious? Come on, break the bread and open the wine. Or vodka. Or whatever it happens
can
to
I
be.
say, after today, it may not be anyone's thing, but it is now.
Yeah, Avenant does not
Hell.
drink, but you guys can drink.
Hold on. I'm having a flashback to Stramdex.
Yeah, that was the thing I did in Stramdex. Oh, that wasn't what I was planning, but I mean, you know.
I'm having flashbacks to Stramdex. Whatever the fuck you were thinking. You know.
Oh, dude, Stream Decks was so much fun. If we ever go back to that, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. A Stramdex character may appear in the future episodes of Cosmos.
Ooh.
Wait, whoa, oh.
All right.
You say that, I may try to pour over Jonathan. Don't tempt me.
That being said, grabs a piece, rips a chunk of bread off, smells it.
Mm-hmm. Smells like bread.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it really?
Yes.
Does it
How
like
paranoid can I get before you tell me to stop being paranoid?
You know, I'm just gonna let you keep being paranoid because I will tell you honestly, none of this meal is like, fucked up in any way.
7-dimension chess.
But if you guys want to be paranoid about it, that's like fine. I'm cool with it. Doesn't hurt me.
Does it not?
What does chat think? Does chat want to vote on whether the food's poison? Fuck, I don't know where to go with this.
All right. Speaking of which, oh hey. Poison.
God damn it, Gary.
All right. It's fine, I'm sure. Good. All right, one person has weighed in. Obviously, the entirety of Twitch thinks it's safe. So
Yeah.
we're gonna take a bite of the bread.
And you instantly... No, I'm just fucking kidding. It's good. It's good. You made this. I mean, you don't remember making it.
Oh,
yeah, you don't remember making it, but it tastes good.
Making it. I told him it was there.
Yeah, it tastes exactly like the bread that you would make. It's wholesome, simple, but good and warm, and it feels good to eat. It's almost comforting.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just realized I get to roll for rifle again for successfully shooting myself at the end of this stream.
God.
Probably offer some bread to Olzeg. See, I've not keeled over. He's fine.
Bread is had.
Yeah, tastes
and
good.
some to Avanad.
You all have had this bread before. I mean, he's made this bread before, so it's good.
Actually, I think Avanad would know this kind of bread. This is potentially. So Anatoly doesn't make a traditional Russian bread. This is naan.
Oh? Yeah, no, Avanad definitely knows about this bread then. Yeah, Avanad, I mean, have you made naan for the unit before?
Once or twice.
Yeah, no, so Avanad, he smiles, takes a bite, and says, as good as ever, comrade. Gives you a kind of finger gun sort of thing.
Good,
and then he goes back to his manual over by the furnace.
And yeah, take a drink of that vodka too.
Ooh, it's strong. This shit is closer to Everclear than it is to vodka.
Uh, 2 fingers then.
Yeah.
2 fingers, no more.
Yeah.
Or I could be like, oh god, that meme. It's not even a meme. It's just watching someone about to try and kill themselves. Guy's in a lecture hall and he's got an entire liter bottle of Everclear and just chugs the whole thing in class.
Hell yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I'm
I
like.
remember that.
It's
I've
like,
seen that.
It's like, oh, so what you're trying to do is murder yourself. Okay.
I think that was a frat hazing. I think
That's
I remember reading
fucked
that.
up. How does anyone join that frat without succumbing to the big death?
Oh, well, I mean, hazings can be anything for any individual.
He
Guy-
yeah.
Yeah.
He probably
Yeah, but they should be
immediately left.
livable.
He probably immediately left and tried to upchuck everything.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Guy probably said, "Oh yeah, I can drink with the best of them, easy."
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Alright. I will take first watch.
All right. Yeah. So, what are the watches?
Rolex.
Who's taking what watch? Avanad is going to take a watch. He's going to take third watch because he assumes that you guys are going to be pissed drunk by third watch.
Fuck, I guess I'll take second since I'll also be the not drunk.
Ah.
Why would I drink when I don't... Why would I drink when for all I know I don't get drunk? What if was not programmed in?
If you don't want to get drunk, then you won't, my friend.
Imagine staying sober in this day and age. Is it 1939 or 2020? Who the fuck knows?
Your mic is
You
really
sound like you're from
funny, buddy.
1939.
Yeah, you sound like you're on a cell phone.
Oh, he sounds
An
like
old cell phone.
he sounds like he's on that fucking recording of Charge of the Light Brigade. The old
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gary, say something.
Listen, we can't fault Gary for getting into character.
How do I sound now?
Much better.
Not much better?
Mhm.
All right, perfect. So as I was saying, is it 1939 or 2020? Who the fuck knows? I don't.
I think the answer is whatever you want it to be.
I want it to be the end of the world. Ta-da.
Well,
As we know it,
I was
and
gonna
I
say
feel fine.
Oh, yeah.
it
I
is
was right.
kind of the end of the world as we know it.
Anyway, so people on watch, give me listen and spot hiddens.
Is the world as we know it. Hell yeah.
Am I taking watch or is Avanad getting last watch?
If you're getting Avanad's taking last watch, you can take last watch with him if you want.
Yes, please.
I can
All right, yeah, I got you.
That
Consider
all
extreme
good.
success. Can I hear our out of character
Hmm?
bullshit?
But okay. So first watch. Who took first watch again? That was Anatoly. Anatoly, you watch outside. You have a clear view of the noose. Zabo is hanging, gently swinging in the snowing breeze. That's about all you notice.
It would be really bad if I used him for target practice.
Might be. You'd wake some people up, that's for fucking certain.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of illegal.
It does it. No.
Hmm.
It's only illegal if you want it to be. Just like there's only a Moscow if you want there to be.
I think you're starting to take that and run a little too far with it.
I mean, in real life, sure.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
wow. At least
Nice
he
critical
tried.
success on the listen. Okay.
Yep.
For the second watch, Ulzeg, you watch outside, and that black cat you saw a while ago, you remember? That just kind of stared at you guys overnight. It's there again, but this time, instead of like standing off to the side and moving around and pacing, it's sitting in the middle of the square where the noose was, just staring.
Was?
And for third watch,
Just not even gonna recognize what I said.
yeah, and the third watch, you stir outside, and Avanad's sitting next to you, Krikov. And
Yep.
You missed a watch.
no, I did second watch.
What?
Didn't you hear me? With the
Am I
cat?
fucking losing my mind? No. Oh, I thought that was his watch for some
No,
reason. I thought
that
that was
was second
Anatoly's
watch.
watch.
No,
I'm losing my goddamn mind.
Yeah, no, Olzeg, that cat that you had specifically on your watch that one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
the gallows are gone apparently.
Um,
I mean,
Are we
Is
even
this
fucking
the-
surprised?
is this the real life? Or is this just fantasy?
Krikov, you and Avanad are, kind of sitting there. And you're kind of just shooting the breeze. You're listening, and you hear the wind kind of go outside. And you hear the wind kind of almost like pop in a way, for just half a second. Kind of as you're listening, you're drawn into the sound of the wind, and Avanad is talking, but you're not listening. You're hearing the outside. And as you kind of hear it go by, you're and like after hearing that, you kind of snap back as Avanad's like, Kruyukov. Kruyukov.
Yeah, sorry. I was just spaced out for a second, yes?
That's all right. I was just listen. What's going on? Like what? Why? Why did they? Why did Bashenko? Maybe I should be honest with you. Bashenko and I, we kind of made a bit of a deal. We didn't really trust Malganovich too much. Worried about his KGB status and such, and we kind of made a bit of a pact that if shit went sideways, we would have each other's backs. It's nothing personal to you, but he kicked me out of the house, and I don't know what to make of that. What were you what were you guys talking about? And what's going on? Is there something I need to know?
It's strange stuff is going on, and we're trying to make sense of it. We we should probably fill you in at the chance when it when morning comes. Yes, best to hear it from everyone.
And he kind of stares out the window for a little bit. And he says, I don't know why, but it feels like there's this connection. Something. Feels like I know something about this place. It feels like that hangman. I feel like I've seen him before. Feels like these people. And do you believe in the afterlife?
Uh, there uh, is a possibility. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah. But what if it's nothing like we thought? What if instead of there being a paradise, an inferno, or there being some sort of cycle, what if it's just this? Some some sort of waking dream, nightmare. I mean, where are we? What are we? And
Well,
where are we going?
we are, far as I can tell, the soldiers in middle Siberia in Russia. That is all I know. That is all I can tell for now. Yes.
Takes a long drag of his cigarette, kind of stares out, flicks it out the window, and says, maybe. You might be right. And he doesn't elaborate any further, but you kind of see the look on his face. And unless you engage conversation, he's pretty quiet for the rest of the night. And he seems really, really distant.
I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, yeah. And morning comes around. You all look outside, see the friendly shape of the gallows being silhouetted in somewhat medium snow, hangman gliding back and forth elegantly as ever. And you all wake up kind of hungry. Those of you who drunk wake up a little bit hungover. And it's another day.
I keep waiting for Sansika to knock on that door.
And offer us a tour of the town for the third time.
Duh.
And as if on cue,
Oh, fuck.
you hear a knock on the door.
I turn to look at Avanad. How does he take that exchange and then just that happening?
He kind of like furrows his brow for a second. Says, some fucking timing, eh? And he walks over to the door. He opens it, and it's Father Boro. But he looks rough. His arm is limp, and he's got blood coming down the front of his jacket.
The fuck?
And and his nose is bleeding. He's got this wildish look in his eyes. And he says, "We need to talk. It's not safe here." And we are gonna call it for tonight.
Do we still get to count those rolls?
Yes, you get to count the rolls.
I've already used first aid. It doesn't matter for me.
I was about to say, I'm loading my shotgun. The author might be dead.
Yeah, you get to keep the rolls. I put you through enough tonight.
Thank
All right.
you.
So let's get some good old-fashioned sign-offs, and let's start with Kryakov.
Howdy, kids. It's your expert. You've got me here playing Kryakov, the demolitions expert, and it has been a grand time, I promise. And I am very intrigued to see where this game goes next, but you'll have to catch us on a while from now. It's going to be a couple weeks, and I anxiously await the next run. And all of the theories that will be heard, because James and Gunnar were just being absolutely insane, and I love it. I love it. I'm happy. It's fun. And I'll go insane too, don't worry. But that is just a theory. A game theory. Anyway, so also you can catch me on Sundays if you want to catch me playing Grandma and Cousin Igor, She Who Munch and He Who Chop with the great acts of nuking. And I really just love them. It's wonderful. We got Godzilla and Cousin Igor, so it's gonna be a great time. And soon, TM, we get to meet Grandma's twin and Grandma's son. So that's gonna be fun. One of them. One of the 5 children she has. Grandma got around and didn't tell Aaron. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, TM. But yeah, so I don't do much else. He's a platypus. They don't do much. But yeah, so yeah. Yeah, that is all.
All right. Let's go next to Gunnar.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Gunnar.
It's me.
Hi, Gunnar.
Yeah, boy. My head hurts. My eyes hurt. My feelings hurt. You know what? Even my left wrist is a little tingly today. You just saw me playing Anatoly Bashenko, or you saw me playing me. God. Yeah, so that's that. You can catch me playing Sunday. I hope you don't catch me playing on Sunday. You'll catch me hopefully running Tales from the Cosmos on Sunday. Where our band of misfits will, you'll just have to see. So come and join us for Dead Space. No, the other one. You can also find me on Monday playing Twinkle Bailey, the isekai, whose head is probably he's going to wake up with a fucking hangover because he had a really fucking weird dream about these things called Russians. And some weird fucking guy with an apple in front of his face. You can also find me on Tuesday playing Drifter. Little old lady who was kind of disappointed she couldn't run anybody over in her truck. But, excuse me, she got a lot of, she got money, so I think she's happy for now. And that brings us back to today. That's everything.
You know who's next.
Who's next?
It's Mike. Mike's next.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Hi, old friend Dolas. My name is James, otherwise known as Nightheart. You caught me here today playing myself, the biggest, damnest, dumbest, sexiest bastard to ever walk this earth. And may I say a couple things. One, chicken. And two, thank you to One Thick Pancake for cheering 100 bits. Very generous, very sexy of you, and very
Absolutely.
thoughtful.
Thank you.
The thickness of your pancake has improved by the amount of bits that you have provided to us. It shall be noted in your next quarterly review. You can also
Agreed.
find me here on Sundays, where I play a whole bunch of different characters in Cosmos, including some new ones you'll have to come and see. And the Queen returns. Pulvari is back. And guess what? All of her spell slots are Fireball. Or you could find me playing Show, the lovable little real estate scammer, in our interludes whenever we decide we need a break from some pathfindering and decide to go to the Cowboy Bebop universe. And occasionally, when I feel like it, when I'm not either the big sick, the big tired, or the big dead, you can find me in Mondays as part of the group The Fire Strike, where I play Harold Silverchild, who might as well be called S because he's pretty much L, except hopefully he's not murdered by a book, but you never know, we'll see. And that's it.
All right. And that brings it back to me. Hello, everybody. My name is Mike. I am the secret keeper for this game of Call of Cthulhu, 7th edition by Chaosium, which I'm not sure if they ever expected something like this to be run in their system, but I hope that they would be proud of me if they saw it. If somebody can get Sandy Peterson to say that he's proud of me, I will literally shit myself. Also, if someone can get American McGee to literally shit himself, I'll be happy and tell him I'm proud of him. You can also catch me on Mondays where I don't even know what the fuck I'm going to be playing. I don't know what I'm doing next Monday, and that's exciting.
Can't be a precog in a Mac.
I can't be a precog in a Mac, no. But you might catch me with my new secret surprise character, or I might be playing another session as merch. It depends. Some shit happened on Monday, and it was good. You can also catch me for various Jestas, grab bags, and black box theaters whenever I can. Apparently my schedule is saying no, but one day it might say yes, and that would make me very, very happy boy. And also all together, if you're currently watching us on Twitch, we love you a lot. You're the best. Rate us, review us, tell us what you think. But you can also catch us on YouTube if you want to catch up on our backlog, see what we've been doing, and just catch various moments. If you are currently watching on YouTube, and I should probably tell you the YouTube URL, youtube.com/Paradise Theater. If you are watching us on YouTube right now, we love you. You're the best. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Whoa!
And don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications.
Amen.
Fucking right, you amateur.
God damn it. Listen, I'm not a professional shill. I'm an amateur shill. I haven't sold my soul yet.
If you wanted to see a professional shill, you should watch Linus Tech Tips.
Oh, no.
Like that.
All right, so now we are going to get attacked and mobbed by a Canadian YouTuber who has no fucking clue who we are.
If when we put this on YouTube, can we do a slight bit of editing and just put a large beep and then let people ascertain who the large Canadian YouTuber is?
Fuck no. That takes effort, and I want to see the shitstorm.
Fair.
I mean, I do too.
But anyway, you can catch us on twitch.tv/pair_o_dice_theater if you want to catch this madness live, because I feel like today was a good day to catch madness live. And if you like scheduling, and you also happen to like our opinion on things, and you also like hot memes, you can catch us at Twitter @PairTheater. You can catch me on my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/thathoon, all caps THATHOON. That is me. And I think for today, we should probably say a big old-fashioned RIP to the concept of the mind.
RIP the concept of the mind. And Sylvia Plath.
All right. We're clear.